Okay, what's up YouTube? It's like WTF1234 here. Right now we have a deck special from TTNS's Truly, Rodney Dede. Here he is. It's a deck he ran at the regionals last Sunday. He went X2 or X3? What'd you go?
X2.
X2. He went X2 with it. Got his Nats invite again. Here it is. He's going to explain to you the deck. So here it is.
Alright, the deck is basically Uria.
Tell us what this does.
Well, what Uria does is the way you bring him out, you tribute 3 continuous trap cards, and that special summons them. And for every continuous trap card you have in your graveyard, he gains 1,000 attack for each of those. And he also has another busted effect. When you activate this effect, you can destroy 1 face-down spell or trap card, and nothing can be chained to that activation.
I mean, warning. It still get hits by warning, but he has tricks for that. He'll show you later.
I have tricks for that.
So let's go with the deck list.
I ran 2 Urias.
Why not 3?
The reason I didn't run 3 is because when I was playtesting it with 3, it kind of gets too cluttered up, and you know, like, it's really not the heart of the deck, but it's like one of the good win conditions of it.
Okay.
Alright, I ran 3 Thunder King Ryos.
Right.
The reason I ran Thunder Kings in this deck is because it baits off stuff like Bottomless Trap Hole, Warnings, and it's just an all-around good card to attack with, because when I was playtesting it with just Ryos and the other card I'm going to show you soon, it didn't have too much to attack with, and it's a pretty good card. Card Trooper.
Right.
When it gets destroyed, I draw a card, and it helps me mill things to the graveyard. So Uria kind of gets powered up pretty quickly. I ran 2 Raikos.
Busted.
Yes.
Busted card.
Raiko, once again, it mills traps and things like that, and I get to destroy a card. I think Raiko is like the best card in this format right now, just because of that. Yeah, so much synergy with other decks.
It's broken in this format.
And the last monster was Sangan. Sangan pretty much lets me search Raiko and Uria, because it's not question mark, it has 0.
Zero. Look at that, it has 0. You can search it with your eye.
Yeah, and other target Card Trooper, of course.
Yeah. That's probably the last option.
You probably think there'd be more monsters, but that actually does it for the monster lineup. What I'm going to go into now is the spell lineup.
Okay.
Let's start off with the hot card of the format right now. 3 Pot of Dualities.
Amazing.
I really don't have to explain why they're in here, but they just help me get to cards quicker.
Yeah, sorry guys, he does run 3 Pot of Dualities, so if you're going to try to make this, you're going to have 3. I don't think, can you run it any other way? I don't think you could.
Nah, I don't think you could.
I think it's like Gravekeepers, you really can't run it any other way.
My favorite card in the deck, Magic Planner.
Right.
You send 1 continuous trap card to the graveyard, and you get to draw 2 cards.
And no, it does say send, right?
Yes, it says send.
Not destroy. Better.
So, it's a reason I'm happy that it says send, and I'll get to that later in the deck. But this is one of the main draw powers of the deck. If you have a face-up continuous trap card that's not really doing anything, or you just want to get rid of it so you can make more plays, this is the way to go. 2 Smashing Grounds. The reason I ran Smashing Grounds is because sometimes there's some monsters I just can't get over, and the deck is not just all about stalling until I get Uria. I actually like to attack with the other monsters in the deck too. I mean, I show you the monsters here, but there are more monsters in the deck, and I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Dark Hole, why not destroy all monsters on the field? You're not running that, you're gonna die.
Yep.
Let's go to the traps.
Alright, wait, before we go to the traps, why no Monster Reborn? And why no Gold Sark? Just because you didn't realize about Gold Sark, or?
No, the reason I decided not to run Gold Sark is because when I was playtesting the deck, it moved really fast, and it really got to the cards I needed instantly. Like, there's no reason for me to wait 2 turns for a card I can get then and there.
Okay.
Okay. First trap, Gravity Bind. Good defense. When I don't need it, I can just sack Uria for it, then I'll be able to attack or whatever.
Right.
Magic Planner gets rid of it. Let me go to one of my other favorite cards in this deck. The heart of the deck. 3 Imperial Customs.
It's a new one.
Yes, what this does, it says that other continuous cards cannot be destroyed except for Imperial Customs. You can't have 2 of these face up on the field, but the reason this card is good, I'll get to that later. I'm actually going to leave at least 1 right here so you can see the combos as I show you the other cards.
Right.
3 Fiendish Chains.
Busted.
Yes, what this does is negates the effect or effects of a monster, and the effect monster cannot declare an attack. If the monster is destroyed, this card is destroyed.
I probably honestly wouldn't even run the deck without these 3.
Yeah, they're so good, and like if you have this face up, if the monster does get destroyed, this would float, so it'd be like free Magic Planner fodder. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have Oh man, this deck just has so many favorite cards. I know you hear me saying that a lot.
Yeah.
But that card right there is busted. What it does, you select 2 face down spell or trap cards, and those cards cannot be activated. You have this face up on the field and this face up on the field. It's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
I've won so many games just because of this card.
And we were saying earlier that yes, Uria does get hit by warning, but this is your out to warning. Amazing.
And I will show you some changes I made to the deck because I added one of these later, but I'll get to that later. Royal Oppression, why not? Continuous Trap, stop special summons. Here are 2 monsters in the deck. They're trap monsters, Embodiment of Apopus. This is face up on the field. You have a 1600 attack and 1800 defense monster. And if this is face up on the field with it, this card cannot be destroyed, whether it's in the spell or trap card zone or the monster zone.
You could have this and that on the field in Dark Hole, and it's like and
you get
too
to keep
good.
this.
Yeah. Yep.
Got 3 other monsters in the deck too. Zone of the Spirit. These won me a lot of games because not only are they a really good defense if you have this on the field, if this isn't on the field, you can just ram it into their monster and they will take damage equal to that monster's attack. I was ramming this into Titanials and Caius's all day. It was so good. But if you do have this on the field, once again, they can't bottomless it. When you even have this on the field, your opponent can't even 7-2 as your card because this will protect it.
Yeah.
So
they could, but I guess it'd just be a waste.
Yeah, it'd just be a waste.
+1.
Don't laugh at this card. This card is really good.
It's old school. It's old school.
Nightmare Will was so good because I can not only stop a monster from attacking and changing its battle position, this card can also select a face down monster. So for those people who like to set Raikos, I would standby phase Nightmare Will to Raiko. They wouldn't be able to flip it.
No pluses.
And also, if this is on the field, even if the monster leaves the field with this will stay on the field and you will still take 500 damage each turn, even though it's not even targeting a monster.
Yeah. It's too good.
Okay. We have 2 Begone Knaves. This card was good because in one game, I had a Raiko and I kept flipping it and destroying the monster and attacking directly, and the Raiko came back to my hand. What this does is basically any monster that does battle damage to a player is returned to the hand. This was also good because I had a Blackwing matchup and my opponent didn't want to collude me because it would just go, the monster would just go back into their hand and everything else would swing in. But it was a good card, but I decided to take it out, and I'll show you the substitutions I made for those later. And the final 2 trap cards of the deck, Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. And this pretty much shut the breed plants down because all day people were trying to cold wave me and go for the, what is it, the Black Rose Dragon play. All I did was flip this face up and they read the card and it was shut down. Because basically what it does, all face up level 6 or higher special summon monsters cannot activate their effects or attack. So even if they cold wave me, I chain this stays face up. And if they go for the Debris Dragon play, they won't be able to Black Rose me.
And remember, guys, with this, it's it shuts down a lot of their plays. And Debris Plants is looking at this regional, I think we can all agree that Plants was just the most dominant deck there.
I believe I played 3 Debris Plants deck that day.
I played 3 as well.
2 old each of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also another match I had. This game went 2-1. It was really tough for me, but I played against a Gladiator Beast deck. No Geyseras, guys.
Yeah, good game.
Okay, where did I put those cards that I swapped out for them?
Oh, the side deck?
Oh yeah, I'll go to the side deck.
Let's go to the side deck. There's no extra deck, guys, because there's no tuners, and you don't play Monster Reborn, so
the side deck,
not necessary.
The side deck I actually made. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. coming up with the side deck because I couldn't think of what to do. Because I figured if I just put more traps in it, they would probably like put stuff in to stop the trap. So I decided to twist the whole deck around and go this route with it. I decided to go Rock Stun. I used 3 Kokimiru Guardians, stopping effects. I used 2 walls, stopping spells, and I decided to go with 3 Sandmans.
Right. It's the
Stopping
best one out of all of them, in my opinion.
A lot of people weren't expecting this, and it caught a lot of people off guard.
If you have that, if you have this in your hand and a Uria, I mean, it's too good because you can negate their or you can negate any of their trap cards when Uria hits. It's pretty good.
Great card.
Amazing.
I would not run a side deck without these anymore in my life because they're so many good things. Even if I wasn't siding Rock Stun, Jujutsu Mash just messed up so many things. Gladiator Beast, like any deck. Grand Mo.
It's good.
Really annoying card if they can't get rid of it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And 3 traps.
3 traps.
Well, actually 4. This one's invisible. This was a deep prison.
He had a deep prison. He just had it borrowed.
So deep prison, mirror force, torrential tribute, and bottomless. And that's pretty much my side deck. I would side these in most of the time in game 2, and in game 3, I would, what's it called when you shuffle your sideboard into
smoke screen.
Yeah, I would smoke screen. And they wouldn't know what would be coming.
Yeah, smoke screening is good in this because you side out everything.
So that was
what would you what are some cards you would side out when you side in all 15 of your,
like some of the cards I would side out, it would be, let's say I would side out 2 Magic Planners. I would side out 1 Uria. I would side out maybe a couple of Nightmare Wheels, 2 Embodiments and 2 Zomas. Maybe an Imperial Custom or 2. Because after game 1, the surprise factor doesn't really work too well. But it's still an annoying card. It's good to have at least one in.
Did you ever get hit by Decree or Jinzo or something like that?
Funny story about that. I was playing a game against Scraps, and I had a Kokimiru. In game 2, I had a Kokimiru Sandman on the field. The guy had 3 back rows, and I had 2 back rows. So I summon a Kokimiru Sangan, and the guy activates a Royal Decree. And I look at the Royal Decree, I look at my back rows, I say, okay, so this guy has a Royal Decree and 2 other backfields, and pretty much I just kept attacking with Sandman for the rest of the game, and he couldn't do anything. So, like, after he activated the Royal Decree, I just flipped up, like, I think I flipped up a Fiendish Chain and I just Magic Plannered it just to draw cards.
Yeah.
So, like, the worst thing you can do to this deck is side and Royal Decree, because you're probably going to die, because if you Royal Decree, that means you can't use Warning and Solemn Judgment. That's the only thing that can stop your
And you still get a lot of your stuff out.
Yeah.
Magic Planners.
Yeah. So that's like one of the worst things you can do to this deck. It's like if you side in Royal Decree, you're just signing your own death certificate.
Alright.
I get to summon my Uria for free.
Alright, so that was the deck. Comment about what you think. WTF out.